Break the rules like we break the necks in Brooklyn. I'm walking here. Like Rick and Morty. You know how we say it. I'm walking here. Hi, welcome. My name is Nick, Chef Nick, over at Corte Bistro, and today we're making pasta fatta a mano, which means pasta made by your hand, handmade pasta, fresh pasta, delicious pasta, and my favorite thing to do in the whole entire world. You know, pasta for me is it's its own fingerprint. It's everything's unique. Every time you roll out the dough, you know, which I did for you previously, a little more movie magic. You know, it's different every time. The texture's different, the flavor's different, you know, and the thing with fresh pasta is you can put anything you want. You know, like I've said before, is that you don't have to overcomplicate your food. You can just make some pasta with a little bit of olive oil and end the story. Do a little butter sauce. Okay, we have some meat. Okay, make a bolognese, make some, you know, some of that. You have tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, which we're gonna do today. This is pomodoro. Pomodoro is just tomatoes in Italian, so you could make a tomato sauce pasta, very, very simple. And you don't have to add all this stuff and, oh, I need oregano. First of all, you never add oregano to a pasta sauce. That's only for pizza. So if someone's doing that, immediately just run away. They don't know what the hell they're doing. But keep it simple. Just keep the flavors exactly how they are. You know, pasta is a great bite and a great flavor itself. So if you want a tomato sauce, just get some tomatoes. Maybe a little seasoned little garlic, salt, pepper. That's all you need. So today we'll make some fresh pasta that I already had rolled out. So we'll cut this into little cuts, like kind of like little fettuccinis, but a little wider. It's in between a tagliatelle and a pappardelle, you know. But because we're doing it by hand, you know, it's a little different size-wise. Everyone can be unique. It doesn't have to all look the same, you know. So just add a little semolina here. I make my pasta dough with just basic eggs and flour. Usually do, you know, let's say, what you can do for, like at home, you know, for like enough for just a couple people, you know, 4 eggs with maybe 3.5 cups of flour. It should be enough. A good foundation would be about 3 or 4 eggs. Flour, you want to keep it to like maybe 1 egg to 100 grams of flour. It doesn't have to be exactly precise. You add dry ingredients as you need to. Just don't add too much flour, because then you're having to add olive oil and fat, which is going to make your pasta sticky. So we have some pasta here. Make sure you have your semolina down, so you can fold it up and they don't stick together. And we're going to cut it into little shapes, like I said, called tagliatelles or pappardelles. It's a little in between. So remember, always keep your knuckle. So we're going to cut it here, and just get a nice. All you need to do is throw this in the water, maybe 2 minutes, and with a little bit of sauce in the pan, emulsify them together, and you have yourself a delicious meal. And the total process of making a pasta, you know, the dough and the kneading process and the resting process, maybe 20 minutes. And then actually putting it in the water and making a sauce, maybe another 5 minutes. So you can have your own fresh homemade pasta meal in less than a half hour. So there's no excuse saying, no, I can't, I don't have time to make my pasta, I don't have time to make a sauce, I gotta buy everything out of a can. Well, if that's how you wanna live, you can go buy SpaghettiOs. All right, now we're in the kitchen cooking my favorite pasta fatta a mano, handmade pasta with a simple Pomodoro sauce, which I have over here. This is a batch that I prepared for the whole restaurant. Obviously, you don't need to prepare this much of a batch. Very simple. Just sweated some onions, garlic in a pan, along with some tomatoes, and I crushed them by hand in the sauce. So you have all the acid in there, all the goodness, seasoned with a little salt, a little pepper. Very simple, very basic. Got a hot pan, we got our boiling water. So the fresh pasta takes moments in the water, so I didn't pre-drop it in there. Here's all that fresh pasta we made earlier. You just drop that in. I like to separate the noodles as you drop it in, so none of it gets stuck together. Kind of, you know, twirl your tongs in there, kind of mix them around. So got our pan getting hot. First we'll coat the pan with a little olive oil so it doesn't stick. I like a little bit of extra crushed garlic for flavor. You don't need to chop your garlic, just crush it like so, and it's gonna let all those aromatics, all those flavors, everything come out. Nice. And let that just sweat up, and you'll infuse that oil and the flavor in the pan with that garlic. You got your Pomodoro? Oh yeah, nice and hot. Don't be a jerk and burn your Pomodoro sauce like that. Let's check on our pasta. It's starting to float. So as soon as it starts to float, it's just about ready. And remember, you always want 50% of the cooking process or 25% of the cooking process in the pan. So it's floating, it's boiling nice. Take it out, add a little bit of the pasta water, get that starch in there. Let's add the pasta. Let's begin to toss. Cook it all together. Now this is a basic Pomodoro sauce. I like that, finish it with a little olive oil, fresh extra virgin, get that real nutty flavor. And we'll add a little basil for flavor. Now, never put a knife to basil. If you do that, you're a jerk. Nice tears, nice hearty pieces. They'll automatically get all that flavor at the end so the basil doesn't brown. You can kill your heat at this point. Taste. Maybe a bit more salt. Loosen it up with a little bit of water from the pasta. Right there, you have fresh tagliatelle pomodoro pasta fatta a mano. Now we're here plating our pasta pomodoro, our handmade, hand-rolled, hand-cut pasta. So we can get it here into the bowl. Just nice, just pull it. More delicate with the noodles here because they are fresh, they will break. So, and remember, when I talked about emulsifying the sauce, emulsifying the pasta, as you see, after plating that, I have like no sauce left in the pan because every piece of sauce is stuck to every single noodle. Have a little basil on that top. That actually worked out nicely. And here's our fresh pasta. It's very simple. The whole process of rolling out the dough, resting the dough, making the sauce, making the pasta, cutting the pasta, throwing it in the water. The whole process less than 30 minutes. So if you're one of those people that complain that you can't make pasta in less than 30 minutes, then go out once again, buy your SpaghettiOs, buy your ravioli, buy your ramen noodles, do whatever you want. This is very simple. Here at Le Corte Bistro, we have this dish on the menu. Very simple, very easy, very delicious, all fresh ingredients, pasta made daily. And this is something easy you can do at home. So if you have any questions about it or any of the process and going into it, just comment below and ask me. Just remember to like, comment, subscribe. And remember, your cooking is as simple as your mind. Very simple, very easy, very delicious. Thank you very much.